Recently, the Nobel laureate Maria Ressa delivered the global call for AI red lines to prevent unacceptable AI risks to the UN General Assembly, referring to a letter signed by 200 world leaders, including multiple Nobel laureates, AI experts, and former heads of state. Personally, I feel these needed to be in place 10 to 20 years ago, Johannes, but do you feel there's still runway to create such red lines, or is it just too late?
Well, Tiffany, the horses have left the stable, the cows have left the barn, and referring back to today's grok story, the genie is out of the bottle. But that said, Maria Ressa's call at the UN General Assembly for AI red lines is substantive, it's not just symbolic. The campaign asks governments to negotiate clear, testable prohibitions by the end of 2026, backed up by enforcement on uses and behaviors that pose unacceptable risk, and it has support from Nobel laureates, former heads of state, and leading researchers. What counts as a real red line? Two things matter. First, unacceptable uses, for example, enabling bioweapons development. Second, unacceptable behaviors of systems themselves, for example, autonomous self replication or breaking into computer systems. That distinction, emphasized by the OECD's AI policy work, keeps the focus on verifiable pre deployment safety rather than after the fact punishment. On specifics, Stuart Russell and others have long argued for bright lines against self replication and cyber infiltration, with safety cases proved in advance, akin to how nuclear regulators require evidence that red lines will not be crossed. Those are measurable and enforceable today. And that's the UN General Assembly for you. It moves deliberately. The good news is that the UN has stood up two mechanisms: the Global Dialogue on AI Governments and an independent international scientific panel on AI through a 2025 General Assembly action, giving every country a seat and a scientific backbone for exactly this kind of agreement. It's good that they do this. At minimum, we may get a global legal framework. So, will it have any impact? If states translate and countries translate red lines into pre deployment safety cases, procurement rules, and penalties for violations, yes, it will. If not, well, the AI industry is moving too fast for the UN. Still, it's late, not too late. The window is narrowing, but it has not closed yet.
Thanks, Johannes. Unfortunately, by the end of 2026, I think that will be too late. So they need to hurry.